Scotty Cranmer is hungry. He got a silver medal here last year.
This guy has a huge bag of tricks. And tail whips in off the giant roll-in.
And a double tail whip out and oh, he's going over the bars and he saved it.
That is the first time I've seen anybody throw a trick off the giant ski jump, and much less it was a double tail whip. Biggest first trick we've seen today.
And going for a 360 double tail whip up the step up with a flare out of it.
Scotty's putting it all together so far. Big tricks early in his run. Big gamble. That's what you got to do to put down a giant score.
That first part that we saw all within the first 20 seconds. Doing a backflip 180, aka the flare on the backside of the ski jump. And it looks like he's slowing down a little bit here, Steve.
Yeah, he can afford to. He's done some big tricks so far. Slow down a little bit, maybe regain some composure, figure out what he's going to do next. Still got 25 seconds on the clock, plenty of time. Now this is something the judges don't like. You want to pop out and come from a dead stop and then start again. Really maintain your flow.
Turn down front flip. Doing the front flip up the step up and giving the handlebars a 180-degree crank down towards the ground and just couldn't hang on to it.
Going all out. You got to put everything on the line to take home the X Games gold medal. Take a look at the first jump. Big tail whip drop in to a double tail whip off the ski jump. Like we said before, first time we've seen anybody trick that, and Scotty throws down a double T-whip. And go for the 360 double whip up the camel hump straight into the flare. So much going on there. Scotty lighting it up early in his run, and here's where he had his little trouble. Turn down front flip, just is not straight at all, lands crooked and decides to bail out. Double tail whip, cases a little bit, but who cares? That's the biggest trick anybody's thrown on the ski jump.
That turn down front flip almost looked like he was trying to go for a 360 there. I tell you what, I would not want to be a judge here today, even with the fall. He gets a 91, first rider to break into the 90s. So last year's silver medalist looking to step it up a notch and take a gold.
Your next rider up is going to be the gold medalist, last year's silver. Make some noise for this glory run. Still a teenager, X Games gold. Get ready for Scotty Cranmer.
Cranmer coming in. I don't look for him to lay up here. He's going to put a show on.
Not at all.
Landed so crooked on that, and only Scotty can roll that one out. That was huge double tail whip, and that he landed crooked enough to for sure get tossed over the bars.
How in the world did he make that? Look at 360 double tail whip up the step up and the flare out of it again. This kid is ridiculous.
Perfect, precise landing on that. Had plenty of speed for the flare and back at the camel hump. Went down on that, and his first run smokes it here. This may up his first run score.
I was just sitting here thinking the same thing, but I'm so stunned by what I'm seeing, I couldn't get the words out of my mouth. It didn't process from brain to lips.
You know what else is crazy? Scotty literally put in the fewest practice runs of anybody. He didn't take the first 2 days of practice. Just showed up on the second to last day and started riding, and it looks like it's enough.
He's waving it out to the 22nd mark. The face he made was priceless when he waved that off.
Oh yeah, Scotty, amazing moment, and we have a brand new X Games Park gold medalist.
That's right, he just added his name to a very short list. Prior to today, only 3 other riders had ever taken gold at X Games BMX Park.
How did Scotty do it? Moves like this, the double tail whip 360, lands it nice and high, so he has plenty of speed for the flare. Big bangers all over the place from Scotty. And check it out, the front flip turn down. Crashed on this his first run, puts it down here in the second. Another awesome look at it, check it out. So hard to squeeze that one around.
See the time clocks up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. 15 minutes is the overall session clock total. You see that in white, the run clock on the right in yellow. That is
how much time they have in the run. You're capped out at 30 seconds. And one thing to point out, you're going to see guys jumping around quite a bit, some radical changes on the leaderboard. That's because some of these guys have more runs than others right now. Once everybody gets 3 runs down, then it'll sort of play into how this is going to all lay out as we get deeper into comp.
Of course, Scotty hanging on to that 12. That won't stick around if he pulls 3 solid runs.
Big transfer line from Scotty. Only a couple guys doing that. Scotty gets a turn down in clean this time.
But it's going to take at least 2 more runs from Scotty before we'll see him threaten to medal, because he's going to be holding on to that 12 for a while.
Thus far with a 43.
Scotty with a big flare over the chasm. Great to see Scotty back. He actually has an X Games Park medal. The last one before Daniel started his dominating years, and he's been injured for almost 2 years, so it's great to have Scotty back. And on fire.
He's won the gold in the past, and I believe 2 bronzes to go with it. And, you know, any contest he's at, he's one of the favorites.
05 and 07 for the bronzes, and he got the gold in 2006.
Wow, big run from Scotty. He is psyched on that, as he should be. Look at Cranmer. Flare out of the bowl. Have not seen that from anybody yet.
Wow, Diogo just got a 48.
Wow, I was about to say, I get the feeling Diogo's on his way to gold. Scotty Cranmer might have something to say about that. All these guys might, but when you're sitting on a 48 and a 43, even a small outscore of a 39 if he bested is pretty high.
Well, Scott, this is going to be interesting. Scotty's got a 12 from his first run when he had a fall. So depending on how this scores,
yeah, he's going to move way up. But I'm looking at his top score of 46.
He's probably going to get another run in.
he'll get one more with the way the time clock is right now at 3:32 and counting down.
Cranmer's only trailing by a couple points, so it's
only down by 2 right now. It's 130 and 128 are the top 2 scores.
Yeah, we're probably going to have a new leader if Scotty stays on for the rest of his run.
And if he makes
just like that, it's going to be close.
Right where Guler fell on his last trick, too.
I agree with you.
His high score is a 48. The 43 in the middle is good enough to bump him up.
He only got a 40. He only got the 40. That's not going to do it. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock. So Ryan Gutler's going to get a half a run after Scotty here.
Cranmer's probably going to have the last visit to the course. And then, is it a 360?
He's going for flip double it, but he doesn't realize it. I don't think he realized that he's sitting there with a gold right there.
It was a hard-fought battle here, and who would have thought that the defending 2-time gold medalist Daniel Dares would not even make it into the final round. Scotty Cranmer, our 2006 gold medalist, comes back to the top of the leaderboard once again here.
Scotty starts it off with a giant tail whip.
That's pretty risky, just bar spinning that backwards, getting the flow, getting the speed, and then following it up with this. Ridiculous.
Double tail whip.
Scotty Cranmer has so much talent. When he puts it all together, he's very tough to beat.
Pretty evenly matched so far at the scores. You got Pat, Casey, and Brett with scores of 38, and then Drew with a 35, and Gary with a 32.
With a cookie on the back rail.
Love it. We need to see more of this. People throwing in some lip tricks.
It's nice, too, when they start getting creative and using things that aren't really out in the course.
And those are generally riskier moves. It's a little bit easier to mess up a lip trick like that than it is flowing around.
Scotty with a big first run.
Yeah, that was a great first run. We go back up to the top of the order. Look at this, though.
Back flip, double tail whip, catches it clean.
Maybe 2 more runs. We'll see.
And as I said, when you're seated in the later group, it's sometimes nice because you see what other competitors do and you know what you have to do to step it up. But you also use a lot of your energy and you have less rest time.
Wow. Scotty's just dialed today. I have not seen him all weekend look upset about anything. Never shrugging his shoulders, never giving the thing. Sometimes when something doesn't go the way you want, you show it. He just looks like somebody having a blast. And it looks like he could be on his way to gold. It's a little early still, but the way he's riding, it's going to be tough to top.
He's got that first run score of 41 with a couple of seconds left on the clock here. This should be right up around that same level.
Oh, no! Go for the hand planter fakie on the Red Bull wall.
Well, this will be interesting. You mentioned earlier a fall at the end of your run hurts a little less, but we'll find out right now when that score comes up how much.
37. I think he was on his way to another 41, and it might hurt quite a bit.
I agree.
The 35 on stick, obviously, but
oh, he gets a 41.
Bumps him up to 76.
Okay, this is shaping up because with the time left on the clock here, after we get through Scotty's run, everybody's going to get one more run here.
Look at that. Truck driver to late turn down, right into a big invert out of the bull. Scotty's dialed.
Downside whip. Couldn't quite tell. Is that no-handed flare?
Yes, it was. And another big foo-fanoo. He's got some unique lines of his own. You can always count on him coming up. Wall tap on the side of that, I mean, that's a feat in itself. Throwing it in this run with everything else. It was an insanely difficult run.
Scotty Cranmer riding with a very clean bike.
It's a glory run here for Scotty. He's the last guy to go. He's won this thing. Interesting to note, though, Ryan medaled 10 years in a row at the X Games, from 97 to 2006 in a combination of both park and dirt events. His last medal was in 06, but that was in dirt. His last park medal was a bronze all the way back in 2005.
Look at that, nothing. Scotty Cranmer has been on fire. I get the feeling that if Ryan would have topped that score, Scotty was going to come back and answer and still take home the gold. He's just on a mission this year, and it shows.
Scotty returning to the top spot in the podium to get his gold. X Games 2012, BMX Park. Our winner, Scotty Cranmer.
When I say he's on a mission, he's on a mission to ride as best as he can and have a blast doing it.
What a great final. Scotty returns to gold, which we haven't seen since 2009 in park for him.